Okay, hello y'all, it's me, World Famous Gamer, again. I'm going to do a whole chess series on tactics. I'm calling it chess attacktics, because tactics are used to attack and it goes well with each other. So, in the previous video, I did an intro. I haven't uploaded them yet, but by the time you watch this video, I'll have uploaded all three of the videos. I listed all the tactics that we'll be going over for attacking pieces. All the tactics we'll be discussing, and I'm going to go into them in detail and what they are, and use example games from the world champions and the grandmasters who use these tactics in their own games to make a win out of their position. Okay. A discovered attack is the weaker of the sibling of discovered check. Discovered check is way more hardcore than the discovered attack, because with that one you have to deal with that check, and whoever is dealing the tactic is able to do something very bad towards their opponent, because they don't got to worry about an attack on their king. They're the ones attacking the king, and the one who has their king attacked has to deal with that, so they can't deal with the other problem that's going down on the other side of the board. A discovered attack takes place when a piece is standing between the attacker, like these rooks, and the enemy target, and the piece in the middle moves out of the way. So right now, it's not a king, so it's not as valuable. It's a less valuable piece, but that's not to say it's not valuable. It could be like a rook or a queen, but these are more common than discovered checks. In this first example, we have UV versus Thomas Hastings, 1934. UV uses a discovered attack to force a quick win. He retreats the bishop from f7 to d5, uncovering an attack on the rook at f8. So he moves it to d5, thereby attacking the rook on the f-file. At the same time, the queen at e4 is attacked. So notice how just by moving on this diagonal, he's seen that the queen was on e4, which is a light square. So he can move it out of the way, attacking the queen and the bishop, and attacking the rook. Black must capture one of those attackers, but can't ward off both. Bishop d5, bishop takes d5. Now, that's how black responded, but what would happen if black played rook takes f2? Hold on, this book's gonna fall. Then white would simply come down here, checkmate, because he's protected by the bishop and the king can't go nowhere. So black didn't play that. He played bishop takes d5, and then white simply played rook takes f8, check. The only option there is to interpose the check with the bishop in between the rook and the king. So that's when rook takes g8 or queen takes g8 is checkmate, and white won. But notice what UV was doing. Let's trace back for a little bit. He looked at the board, and he probably was going through what was probably going through his mind was, do I have any tactics in this position? He's looking for them. What you want to do is look for these tactics. Try to set them up. Try to set your pieces up to where they can maybe if possible, put your opponent's pieces, if they can manipulate your opponent's pieces to be in a certain position where you can make these tactics happen. It could be really rare because black's not going to just, oh, you moved your piece here, so I'm going to move my piece here to where it can be set up for a fork or a pin or something. But you've seen that these rooks were on the open file, and that the bishop was the only thing in the way of attacking the rook. He noticed that the bishop was on a light square, and the queen was on a light square. So he moved it out of the way, attacking the queen, and unleashing the power of those two full rooks. Like Carrie Schurz says, those are battering rams down the file. If you guys haven't checked out the Backyard Professor's chess videos, go check him out. He's very good. He's got very good instructional videos. He's the best out there, I think. So black has to deal with losing his queen or losing that rook. Now, like they showed earlier, bishop. Like I showed earlier, I mean, the bishop took, as if the rook came down to take, then the queen would just come down with g8, checkmate. So this gives white the opportunity to actually get rid of that piece. It's a lose-lose situation for black, because white was making his pieces very active. They were having something to do with that tactic. And black wasn't even paying attention, I don't think, because you notice he had put his queen on a light square. Sometime in the game, his queen came to a light square, and that allowed the bishop on a light square to actually attack the queen, because they were on the same color. When your opponent's got one bishop, you want to try to avoid putting your pieces as much as possible, like your valuable pieces, queen, and your rook and your king, on the same color square. And I just noticed that when the bishop came down there, it was protected by the queen. But the queen didn't need to worry about that bishop because the heavy artillery was coming in. And the only thing that black had left was to come right down in between and block it, which allowed for rook takes or queen takes, checkmate. Play through this over and over so you get the feel for the tactic called discovered attack. I'm going to actually set it up, reset it up. This is how it starts off, so you can actually set the board up set your board up to look like this one, and play through it over and over until you embed it in your mind. Memorize these tactics though, memorize the names, memorize how they work, and then you'll start getting a feel for it. You'll start seeing them, they'll like start standing out, you know, because that's what you want to do when you're playing in tournaments or just playing to win, is memorize these tactics and program your mind to just see them over and over and over. That way, when you're at the chessboard, they'll just stand out. It'll be like second nature. So, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. This is just the first tactic. I'm going to go through some other ones. I'm going to also go through some strategy ideas. That's the more subtle ways of winning chess. And like I said, like, comment, subscribe. We're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers. Share this with people you know want to get better at chess so they can improve their game. There's going to be a boatload of tactics. I'm going to be also doing combinations, but I'm going to work with tactics. These are the basic building blocks of attacking chess. combinations or mixtures of tactics where you can combine them together and just come out with some beautiful moves. I mean, really beautiful moves. So thank you all for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought and how much you liked it. And talk to y'all later. Love y'all. Bye.